Hey everybody. This is my first day of marketing morning videos. I'm going to hop on here hopefully every weekday and talk about questions that I get from clients and just general marketing questions other wedding professionals ask me about their marketing activities. So I'm hoping it'll be around 10 o'clock every day. That'll depend on my work schedule and my kid's schedule and all of that. So my first question today that I pretty much get from everybody is, inside of my business, how much time should I really be spending on marketing? So there's no cut and dry answer to this. Really, it depends on the level you're at in your business. For example, if you're a startup, if you've just launched your wedding business this year or really recently, it's likely that the majority of your time needs to be spent on sales and marketing, just because you're trying to drum up business and get your name out there. So you're going to be looking at the majority of your time spent there. Once you get off the ground a bit, you still should be spending quite a bit of time in your marketing activities, but hopefully you'll have some more of a budget that you can outsource some of that, or you maybe bring on a team member who can take on some of your marketing activities. When you get to that point and you're starting to be able to hire someone or add someone to your team, that's a pretty good sign that you're going in the right direction. Something I've read that in percentages of our time we spend in our business, a good rule of thumb is that 60% of your time should be spent on sales and marketing, about 30% on product and service delivery, and then 10% is like the admin management tasks that you kind of have to do to, just keep your business running, paying bills, that kind of stuff. So in that 60%, that sounds like so much. When I read that, I was like, okay, come on. But if you think about all the things that we do to market our wedding businesses, networking events, client gifting, all that stuff kind of falls under the marketing umbrella. So you actually might already be doing that and you just don't even realize that that's where you're spending most of your time. But I would suggest kind of looking at your activity and see, where is all my time going? And I know that we all use social media for marketing. That can be kind of a time suck. So you want to make sure that the things that you're doing, you're not kind of going down the rabbit hole of, oh, I'm doing my Facebook marketing, but I actually spend an hour on Facebook just kind of browsing around. So really limit that time to, the marketing activities you need to do. In the wedding industry, we kind of live in a feast and famine type of cycle. We have our high months and our low seasons, and so we have that time of year where it's just not realistic that you're spending 60% of your working time on marketing. You're going to have that time of year where you're probably spending 90% of your time on your events and you're delivering your services and that kind of thing. So because of that, during those off times, you want to kind of front load your marketing activities. So that might mean, pre-scheduling out all your blogs for your busy season, pre-scheduling all your social media marketing, getting all of your, whatever type of marketing you're doing in your business, as much as you can front load and schedule that so that during that peak season, you're not having to sit down and think about like, okay, what do I need to blog about and what I need to do. So have as much of that front loaded as possible. I know I did this in my planning business where, your social media presence is amazing. And then you hit that peak season and you might be posting like a picture or two from an event, but you're not as consistently present. And one thing that I learned in my business is, even though it's not maybe a high booking time during the time when all the weddings and events are happening in the summer, that's what the high season is here in Washington, is the summer. You might have guests who come across you and they go check out your, social media page or your website just because they're curious. They see this amazing event and they hear about you, or, they want to check out what else you've done. So you want to keep that presence consistent, even though, you're busy actually delivering your services. So, and that brings me to my last point. Just understand that there really isn't a slow time for marketing. during the busy season, even though you're, servicing all the clients that have hired you, you still should be in that marketing mode, because all those events you're at, that's a good time to connect with vendors who can refer you to their, future clients. It's a time to make an impression on the bridal party, the guests, all of those kind of things. You're always in that marketing frame of mind of putting, your best foot forward with your brand and making sure you're leaving a really lasting impression. So I guess to go back to the main question, how much time should you spend on marketing? It's sort of an all, it should be in your mind at all times. And depending on what your marketing plan encompasses, just try and, you know, get that to the amount of time you can manage, but it should be the majority probably of the time in your business, even no matter what level you're at. And hopefully, as you move along and as you become more successful, which is, the goal for every wedding business, you can bring on those team members that can help you. You can outsource to other professionals and then free up your time for, more of the client facing work. So I hope that's helpful. I'm going to hop on tomorrow with another question. If you ever have a question you want me to answer, please just post it on my Facebook page. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.